I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Bradley James, Vic Brown on the front row, Chad Ragsdale, Clay Kirchenbauer on the second. Justin Swafford, Patrick Pieper on the third row, Richie Joplin, Cody Kennedy on the fourth. Kirk Marble and Edmund Jones round out the top 10. Jacob Morgan and Colby Whipple starting 11th and 12th. Austin Ruskoff, Dustin Slover 13th and 14th. Andrew Thornton and Andy Wilkinson 15th and 16th. Jason Michaud and Jade Briette 17th and 18th. Richard Cragen and Vern Spring 19th and 20th. Ryan McDaniel in 21st. Brian Ray in 22nd. Eric Walkiak in 23rd. Brian Hewitt in 24th. And Larry Waits rounds out the 25 car field here at The Rock. Everybody begins the pace lap, rolling out behind the pace car. And it does look like we may have a delay. Colby Whipple has thrown a caution. Let's see, the pace car liable to not go. No, pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away at The Rock. And a few drivers up front had problems getting the power down. Vic Brown takes the lead. Bradley James way high in 3 and 4, almost kissed the wall. Vic will lead lap 1. And Clay Kirchenbauer up in the wall in 1 and 2. Pieper slips by. Cody Kennedy has a run on the bottom. Justin Swafford back behind as Edmund Jones looking to the high side. Swafford goes up, Jones to the bottom. Richie Joplin right behind that battle. Dustin Slover on the move, already up 3 spots into 11. Andy Wilkinson up 3 spots into 13th. Edmund Jones up 3 spots now into 7th. A lot of bobbling coming out of turn 4. Vic Brown still out front. Bradley James in second. Ragsdale in third, right on the bumper. Patrick Pieper leading that 3-car group back up. Clay Kirchenbauer swinging it way high. Through 1 and 2, it cost him a little bit early on. Shepard looks like he had a run but couldn't complete it on Edmund Jones. Meanwhile, Clay Kirchenbauer looks underneath Beeper. They couldn't get it done that time. Vic Brown up front, just cruising at the moment. Has 9/10 of a second at the moment on Bradley James. Tomlin back in 9th, Kirk Marble in 10th, Glover in 11th, closing back up on him. Jacob Morgan, one of the fastest in practice, keep an eye on him, he's back in 12th. Watch for him to be moving toward the front later on. Andy Wilkinson already up 3 positions into 13th. Brian Hewitt also on the move, up 3 spots with Eric on his bumper. Brian McDaniel back in 23rd. Brian Ray and Larry Waits dive in. They were going at it at the back. Larry into the wall. And caution is out. Our first caution of the night. Looks like Richard Cragen and Vern Spring involved. Let's see why. There's Cragen coming out of... Oh, holy cow! Get a little different angle on Vern Spring as he comes through 1 and 2, out of 2. That outside wall rip just reaches up and grabs you. Several cars just barely making it through. Austin Ruskoff, Kirk Marble, Jade Briette, Richard Cragen, Larry Waits, all on pit road. Brian Hewitt and Vern Spring both came into pit road. Hewitt makes it off on the lead lap. Vern ends up losing a lap here. Looks like Kirk Marble, Brian Hewitt both took 4 tires on that stop. Looks like Cragen may have taken tires as well. Lights go out on the pace car. The trucks stack back up. Bradley James, Vic Brown still out front. They lead the field down into 3 and 4. Austin Ruskoff did come back in and topped off. We'll see if his strategy works here tonight. Here we go. Pace car is in. Vic Brown in control. Green flag. Back in the air. They are away. A few bobbles at the front, but everybody gets going. Ryan McDaniel up in a mess. Up to 20th now, making his way forward. Kirk Marble on those fresh tires, just cutting through the field here. Kirk getting held up in traffic. Meanwhile, at the front, Vic Brown has checked out Bradley James. Oh, James is in the wall. He has slipped back into fourth, but looks back to the high side on Cody. Cody Kennedy trying to hold him off, and James gets the wall again. Meanwhile, Vic still out front. That battle for third is still going. Heeper closes back up on him. Looks like we had a couple of trucks hit the turn 2 wall and survive. That turn 2 wall will come into play a lot here tonight. Close call for Whipple. Ryan McDaniel went off track out of 4. Ryan has gone to pit road. Let's see what happened. Ryan up in the mix here. Oh, he gets a bump, and holy cow. Get a look down from the chopper. Ryan McDaniel in the 66. And it's Brian Hewitt that gets into him. And caution is out. And it looks like Vern Spring involved again. Vern comes. Oh, this time Vern can't avoid the car ahead. Taking a look down from the chopper. I believe that. Oh! The 9 car just bounces off the outside wall. Vern has nowhere to go. And the front of the field is coming in. Edmund Jones staying out. Justin Swafford staying out. Hey, good evening, Little Red. Richie Joplin, Kirk Marble, Andrew Thornton. Brian Hewitt, Richard Cragen. About 2/3 of the field on pit road this time. Edmund Jones, Richie Joplin, Justin Swafford. The top three have not been to pit road yet. Tina, that's what Ryan was saying earlier. You guys got a lot of snow, something like 7 or 8 inches. All the drivers stacked back up, ready for the restart. Edmund Jones and Swafford up front on old tires. It could be a problem. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Edmund is away clean. Most of the field back behind on fresh tires could make things a bit exciting for that top 5. As we've got a dogfight going on, and caution is back out. Brian Ray and Bradley James involved. Let's see what happened here with Brian Ray. Oh, Ray gets into the wall, and Bradley James just below just gets out of shape. Looking down from the chopper. Oh, he gets out of shape coming out of 2, and then you see Bradley James tries to get by, and he just goes for a ride. Edmund Jones, Justin Swafford, Richie Joplin, and Andrew Thornton all continue to stay out. Kirk Marble pitted on lap 12. Used those fresh tires to get himself up to 4th now. Brian Hewitt did the same thing. He is now up into 6th. The real battle on that last restart was from about 7th on back. Patrick Pieper, Clay Kirchmeier, Vic Brown, Cody Kennedy, and Eric all did battle back there and were all over each other. Edmund Jones still up front. The top 3 still on old tires. Pace car is in. Edmund fires. Green flag is in the air. Everybody gets away clean. Edmund jumps out to a bit of a lead. Remember, Kirk Marble, now up to 3rd, is on the freshest tires in the top 5. But here comes Patrick Pieper. He's now into the top 5, and he has even fresher tires than Kirk. Oh, we've got a big wreck back behind. I believe it was Brian Hewitt. No caution yet. Hewitt towed to pit road. We will not see a caution. Let's see what happened to Brian. Looks like he was a little loose. Oh, and a lot loose coming out of 2. Slides down to the infield wall, smacks it hard, and tows it in. It's worth noting Ryan McDaniel's earlier incident was caused by Brian Hewitt. The 6 weeks we've had of no more Brian versus Ryan. Well, the Brian and Ryan show is back, and Ryan McDaniel has had another problem. Ryan had gotten back out on track after that horrific wreck, but gets wicked loose out of 2, hits the wall, and the engine just let go. Ryan having a rough night. Meanwhile, Kirk Marble has moved into the lead and is starting to pull away from Edmund Jones. Richie Joplin in 3rd, but Clay Kirchenbauer now up to 4th. Patrick Pieper in 5th, but Ragsdale looking high. Ragsdale has a run out of 4. Eric Wolkowiak right behind, also marching forward. Eric now up 16 spots into 7th. As they go 3 wide out of 4, this won't end well. Pieper is around, caution is out. Things are getting a little bumpy out on track. Let's take another look. There's Pieper on the high side, Eric in the middle. The car on the bottom just pushes up. A chain reaction. I believe that was Cody Kennedy. Looking down from the chopper, you see Cody gets under Eric, just pushes up, bumps Eric, Eric bumps Patrick. Cody survives, the others do not. Kirk Marble still out front, a lot of trucks on pit road. Hey, good evening, Aaron. How are you, buddy? Eric still on pit road. Justin Swafford, Edmund Jones, Richie Joplin finally made their pit stops. 4 tires and fuel. Patrick Pieper is back in. Austin Ruskoff is coming in to top off as well. lights go out. They stack back up. Kirk Marble, Clay Kirchenbauer on the front row. Chad Ragsdale, Cody Kennedy on the second. Vic Brown, Andy Wilkinson on the third. Dustin Slover, Jacob Morgan, Bradley James, and Jason Michaud round out the top 10. And it looks like Ryan McDaniel's truck is out of the race. Pace car is in. Have a good night, Ryan. Sorry, buddy. Green flag is in the air. Kirk fires and is out front. Ragsdale quickly attacks, takes second. Awesome bobbling back behind. Kennedy gets loose, loses a lot of ground. Vic Brown slips by. Andy Wilkinson and Dustin Slover all get by. Wilkinson has been quietly making his way through the field. He is now up 11 spots into 5th, as it looks like Morgan got a little squirrely out of 2. And Bradley James on the high side, back on the attack. Back just outside the top 10. Oh, we've got a problem. Is that Kennedy in the wall? No caution. Cody Kennedy just lost a lot of ground. Well, let's see if we can see what happened. There's Cody in the Valvoline truck coming out of turn 2, gets loose. Oh, he checks up, gets a bump from Bradley, ends up in the wall, and goes to the back. Ouch. Well, you guys definitely want to follow us on YouTube. We'll have a lot of these shorts out. Starting tomorrow, they'll probably go for a few days at this rate as Chad Ragsdale battles for the lead. Kirk Marble not giving it up easy. Ragsdale kissed the wall, lost a little momentum. Clay Kirchenbauer still with the lead group. Andy Wilkinson now up into 5th, and he is closing in on 4th place Vic Brown. Meanwhile, Ragsdale once again up top. Ragsdale leads it at the line. Ragsdale on the high side has the advantage, takes the lead. Clay Kirchenbauer sees the open door and goes through. You know Clay loves riding right up by the wall, and he makes it work. And he may get an advantage. Looks like Ragsdale kissed the wall. Clay has a bit of a run. Meanwhile, Andy Wilkinson has caught Vic Brown. Dustin Slover coming forward. Bradley James now up into 7th as Edmund Jones looking underneath. The field starting to spread out just a little bit as the lap times start to fall off. Drivers have lost almost a second a lap since the pit stop on lap 22. The guys like Edmund Jones, who stopped on lap 37, will start to move forward. Bit of a fight going on back behind. Andrew Thornton looks underneath Dustin Slover. Justin Swafford, Patrick Pieper trying to make their way back toward the front. Jacob Morgan lurking right behind this group. Richie Joplin now on the move again, up into 6th place. Richie trying to run down Edmund. Meanwhile, Ragsdale and Kirchenbauer have started to pull away from Kirk Marble. Marble made his first stop on lap 12. Ragsdale and Kirchenbauer both stopped on lap 22. As Clay now wants the lead. Down into 3 and 4, Clay on the bottom. Ragsdale has the advantage on exit and pulls back ahead. Edmund Jones now looks underneath Vic Brown, and he is quickly taking it. Remember, Edmund stopped lap 37 under that caution. He has the freshest tires in the top 5. Andrew Thornton also on fresher tires, starting to make his way. They are going 3 wide into turn 3. Pieper on the bottom backs out. Bradley James on the top kept his foot in it, holds on, but Thornton down on the bottom is making his way past. Oh, big wreck back behind, caution. Patrick Pieper, Justin Swafford, both involved. Bradley James gets in it as well. There is Justin Swafford. Swafford gets loose coming out of it. Bradley James loose just ahead was their contact. Looking down from the chopper. Bradley up top. Oh, Swafford gets a big run as James checks up. Wow. Edmund Jones now in the lead, followed by Richie Joplin, Andrew Thornton, and Colby Whipple. Those 4 drivers did stop on lap 37. We will see. We're starting to see multiple different pit strategies playing out here as the lights go out in the pace car and everybody starts to stack back up. Bradley James barely makes it out to stay on the lead lap. Starting to see multiple pit strategies playing out. The strategies and which one is right will be interesting to monitor. Edmund Jones out front in control. Pace car drops in. Edmund fires, green flag is in the air. Andrew Thornton got his first ever win of a super speedway last week at Daytona. Can he pull off a miracle with a second win tonight here at Rockingham? Colby Whipple on the move up top, but Clay looks underneath. Clay now takes a peek underneath Andrew Thornton. Clay took tires on the last stop. Edmund Jones, Richie Joplin, Andrew Thornton, Colby Whipple all took tires lap 37. Most of the field behind them on fresher tires. They are coming for him. Like some of the drivers starting to settle into a bit of a rhythm. I was gonna say more patience, but no, I would be wrong as we're going 3 wide. Eric in the middle, Cragen up top. 3 wide out of 1 and 2s. Wow, that was a close one. Great driving by all 3 of them. Austin Ruskoff on the move, back behind. Chad Ragsdale making his way back to the front, up into 9th now. Andrew Thornton has fallen back to 8th. And Edmund Jones, we have a battle for the lead. Clay Kirchenbauer on the fresher tires is gonna take it. Kirk Marble also on fresh tires yet again, making his way up into 3rd, right on Edmund's bumper. But Clay, out of turn 4, is starting to build a lead.
Nice.
Kirk Marble is taking 2nd. Edmund Jones, Richie Joplin 3rd and 4th, but on older tires. Vic Brown, Jacob Morgan, and Chad Ragsdale on fresh tires coming forward. Now Vic tried to make something happen to the high side. Looks like he may get the run on Richie this time. slips by on the high side as well. One heck of a move by Vic Brown and Chad Ragsdale. Now they'll take the high side on Edmond. Meanwhile, out front, Clay Kirchenbauer has a 1 second lead over Kirk Marble. Edmund Jones had a problem a moment ago out of turn 2, has dropped back to 11th and is losing ground very quickly. Jade Briette now up into 11th. Clay trying to build that gap on Marble. Vic Brown hanging on in third. Chad Ragsdale in fourth. Jacob Morgan in fifth. Jacob Morgan with a very, very close second place finish last week. Cody Kennedy has had a problem back behind. He has towed it in. There's Cody in the 63 truck coming out of turn 2. Oh, there's some banging ahead. Taking a look down from the chopper, we saw the banging ahead. It looked like Andrew Thornton smacks the wall, and it looks like Cody just gets wicked loose, smacks the inside wall. All the drivers will still need at least one more pit stop for fuel. And you know they're all going to take tires then as well. Remember, Clay Kirchenbauer took tires just 20 laps ago. His fastest lap of the race has been a 23.65. Last time by, 24.55. 9/10 of a second lost in just 20 laps. Cody Kennedy has gotten the truck repaired, comes back out. He is all the way back to 20th though. Burn Spring, Brian Ray, Ryan McDaniel, Brian Hewitt, all out of the race. Larry Waite still in the fight in 21st. The field starting to spread out little by little as Chad Ragsdale goes by Kirk Marble. Kirk tries to fight back on the bottom, but Ragsdale will take third. Jacob Morgan back in fifth. Andy Wilkinson quietly has made his way up into sixth. Eric Walkowiak in seventh. Bob Ross riding along with him. Dustin Slover in eighth. Richard Cragen in ninth. Jade Briette back in 10th. Bradley James, who is fastest in practice, has been one of the fastest trucks out here tonight, but has been caught up in almost everything on track. He is back in 11th, trying to fight his way back to the podium. Clay Kirchenbauer's lead has started to shrink as Vic Brown has gotten to second place. Chad Ragsdale in third, also charging forward. Vic now just half a second out of the lead. Looking at the big movers so far tonight, Andy Wilkinson up 10 spots into 16th. Richard Cragen up 11 spots into 8th. Eric Wilkowiak up 14 spots into 9th. Jade Briette up 8 spots into 10th. Andrew Thornton is on pit road. Larry Waits also in. They are just barely inside the fuel window. Everybody can go the distance from about lap 90. Most of the field could get there from about, Ragsdale got to second but got the wall. Vic back on the move. Ragsdale managing to hold on to second. Vic still on his tail. Kirk Marble right there with him. Jacob Morgan 1 1/4 seconds back, but Morgan is reeling in the cars ahead. Clay Kirchenbauer with the battling back behind has opened his lead back to about 1.8 seconds for the moment. Kobe Whipple has completed his stop and rolls out. Whipple back out on fresh tires. He's about to show everybody ahead how to Whipple and Nene. Ragsdale in second, not gaining any ground at the moment. Kirk Marble in third, Vic in fourth. Jacob Morgan, the fastest car in the top 5 last time by. Richie Joplin and Edmund Jones both coming in. Oh, we've got a problem. Dustin Slover, a very close call. He holds on to it. Wow. That got a little bit spicy there for Slover. There they go, off into 3 and 4. Back this up just a hair and see. Oh, Slover comes down across the nose of the car behind. Manages to gather it up and keep going, but did lose a position in the exchange. making up some ground now, up into 6th place, having just passed Wilkinson, Briette, and Slover. Bradley James now in 10th, also closing in on that 4-car battle ahead, with Austin Ruskoff on his bumper. I think Ruskoff may have gotten the wall there. Clay's lead continuing to grow, now over 1.9 seconds. Kirk Marble still holds on to second and is pulling away from 3rd place Chad Ragsdale. Vic Brown in 4th. Jacob Morgan is bringing it in. He'll give up 5th. With some of the top 10 trucks coming in now, Clay cannot afford to stretch this very much longer. He'll need to come in by lap 100 or risk losing some ground on track. Patrick Pieper leads the guys on fresh tires who have completed that final stop. Pieper in 14th. Jacob Morgan on his way off pit road. Morgan comes out just ahead of the leader, Clay Kirchenbauer. On the leader's bumper, a close call and a little bit of contact between Pieper and Clay. Pieper trying to get himself back onto the lead lap the old-fashioned way. Clay is in the wall. Vic Brown is on pit road. Kirk Marble has capitalized on the last lap. He has gained a second on Clay. And Clay is staying out. That might be a big mistake for the leader. Richard Cragen now comes into pit road. Justin Swafford trying to get himself back to the lead lap as well. Right behind Clay. Eric Wilkowiak on pit road. Andy Wilkinson on his way off pit road. And the leader is in. Clay brings her down. Kirk Marble takes the lead for the first time tonight. Chad Ragsdale now in second. Jade Briette in third. Dustin Slover in fourth. Austin Ruskoff in fifth. Clay Kirchenbauer on his way back out. Justin Swafford has gotten ahead of Kirchenbauer. Now Jacob Morgan is ahead of Kirchenbauer. Austin Ruskoff is in for his final stop. Kirk continuing to put down laps. Swafford, big problem on pit road. See what happened with Swafford. He gets down onto the apron, heads it in a little too much brake, slides it onto pit road, but quickly gets her going the right way. That is going to cost him some time and maybe a penalty. Kirk Marble is in, Ragsdale in behind him. Jade Briette now assumes the lead. Dustin Slover currently in second. Bradley James now into third. And Kirchenbauer may have pulled it off to come out of that final series of pit stops. He's currently in fourth. The 3 trucks ahead still have to come in. Jacob Morgan back behind in fifth, 1.3 seconds back. Kirk Marble in sixth, about 3 seconds back, with Pieper right behind. Jade Briette staying out as long as he can, but he's going to have to bring it in before he loses too much ground. Dustin Slover, Bradley James, the top 3 have not been in since lap 58. Justin Swafford came back out of pit road in about 18th place, did not get a penalty, but did lose a lot of track position with that pit road entry issue. Richie Joplin comes by Briette to put himself back on the lead lap. Justin Swafford comes by to get one of his laps back. Edmund Jones, currently in 10th, is coming by the leader. I'm really surprised Briette is staying out this long, as Bradley James is in for his final stop. Leaving only Jade Briette and Dustin Slover. Slover is in. Briette will be the last truck to come to pit road. Briette continuing to lay down laps. He hasn't come in. His lead, though, only 12.5 seconds over Clay. Clay on much fresher tires. Clay is running him down very, very quickly. Last time by, Clay was almost 1.5 seconds faster than Jade. Richard Cragen comes by and puts himself back on the lead lap. It looks like Jade's gonna run it till it runs out of fuel and see what he can do with 4 fresh Goodyears at that point. The snack bar is out of beer, folks. Storkson has arrived. Good evening, Kenny. How are you doing, buddy? Chad Ragsdale trying to come back to pit road, had a problem, has towed it in. And Ragsdale is out of the race. That is going to make Kirchenbauer breathe a little bit easier here tonight. Speaking of Clay, in just a few laps, he is now less than 5.5 seconds behind Jade. Oh, Jade got a little bit of the wall, got squirrely, but he continues to stay out. I believe he's only got about 4 or 5 laps left on fuel. We should see him in before we get 20 to go. Just be careful, Kenny. Kirchenbauer in second, now 2 seconds behind the leader. Richie Joplin and Edmund Jones have come back in. Clay's lead now 4.1 seconds over Kirk Marble. Jacob Morgan back and forth. Vic Brown in 5th. And Clay Kirchenbauer has caught up and reclaimed the lead from Briette. Kirk Marble has cranked it up just a little bit. He is 3.4 seconds behind the leader. Jade Briette has come in. Well, I always appreciate it, Kenny. "24 laps to go. Kirk Marble 3.3 seconds behind the leader and gaining. Can he get to Clay Kirchenbauer? If Clay pulls off the win, here, oh, Jacob Morgan had a problem back behind. Jacob comes out of turn 4, finds Richie, finds Edmund, hits the inside wall, and the engine has let go on the 24. After an awesome start to the season last week, A heartbreak at the Rock. Clay has been held up by a little bit of lap traffic. Kirk Marble has not. He is now 2 1/4 seconds back. Vic Brown back in third, 9 seconds back. Patrick Pieper now in fourth. Richard Cragen in fifth. Austin Ruskoff currently in sixth. One of his best runs we have seen him have lately. Andy Wilkinson in seventh. Eric Walkowiak in eighth. Dustin Slover in ninth. Bradley James rounding out the top 10. Justin Swafford has fought his way back into 11th after that disastrous pit road entry. Jacob Morgan is back out on track as Jason Michaud is on pit road. I'm beginning to wonder if the fuel numbers we got from some of the drivers were wrong. Will we see everybody in for one final stop here? Let's dial up the in-car camera. Riding along with the leader, Clay Kirchenbauer. Oh, Clay gets the wall at a 2. It does not appear he is conserving fuel, but he can't. Kirk Marble has caught him. I have to think Kirchenbauer was trying to save some fuel. He's gonna have to crank it back up and go with what he's got. Clay Kirchenbauer pitted on lap 103. Kirk pitted on 108. Was that 5-lap difference enough? Clay trying to get a little side draft off into one. Got it to work. Goes to the high side. Kirk Marble has taken the lead with 12 to go. As we started to talk about earlier, Clay Kirchenbauer has had numerous seasons when he didn't win. He had a lot of second and third place finishes, but didn't win until very, very late in the season. It looked like he was going to break that trend, but Kirk Marble at the moment is pulling away. Vic Brown back in third. About 14 seconds behind the lead battle, but seconds ahead of Richard Cragen at the moment. And Kirk Marble is starting to pull away. Eight laps to go here at the Rock. Richie Joplin has just made another pit stop. Blake Kirchenbauer in second, now almost a full second behind the leader. Six laps to go for Kirk Marble. Richie comes by on fresh tires. Richie currently back in 16th. Oh, Jacob Morgan. Big problem. Edmund Jones is still on pit road. Blake Kirchenbauer with 5 to go is starting to close back up on Kirk. Does he have anything left? Four laps to go. Kirchenbauer less than half a second behind Kirk Marble. Both driver. Oh! Clay gets the wall hard. He is now losing ground. He's 1.5 seconds back. 3 laps to go. And that may very well have just sealed Kirk Marble's win here tonight. Here we go, 2 laps to go for Kirk Marble. Blake Kirchenbauer about 1.5 seconds back. He is going to need Kirk to have a problem to have any shot at it. And out of turn 4, the white flag flies. One more time around for Kirk Marble. He has played the strategy perfect at a ton of speed all night long. He has the fuel and the tires to make it to the end. Kirk Marble will win at the Rock. Blake Kirchenbauer brings it home in second. Vic Brown finishes in third. And Richard Cragen, the biggest mover of the night, up 15 spots into fourth. And let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Vic. Vic, congratulations. You come home on the podium tonight in a race that was definitely not easy for anybody.
Yeah, it really wasn't, especially when you're good for about maybe 20 laps and then you don't know how to manage your tires. But yeah, I had a great time. Shout out to Colby and the guys at let me come in here, and Eddie Jones as well. That kind of led me to this league. So I've enjoyed it. Didn't know if I'd ever get in here and talk to you, Doug.
Well, a great job. It's long overdue, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, Doug. Have a good one.
Clay Kirchenbauer comes home in second. Clay, I honestly thought after the final cycle of pit stops, it was all yours.
Man, if woulda, coulda, shoulda, I had my outlap got slowed up by lap cars. I just kept catching the lap cars at all the worst times, and I mean that's on me, not them. But got to get better at that. And I kind of just burned them up. I thought I had a good enough tire advantage, or that Kirk wouldn't have a big enough tire advantage to make up 6 seconds. But man, he did. So congrats to him. I think I've run second in every single league race we've ever done at Rockingham.
Well, the trend is alive. I honestly thought you were going to break the streak of not winning until late in the season, getting all the podiums, but not winning till late in the season tonight. I thought you were going to break that streak. It wasn't to be. Hopefully next week.
Yeah, we'll see. Got track of love next week, so hopefully we can get in the win column.
Congratulations, buddy. Still a great run.
Thanks.
And finally, our winner, Kirk Marble, 8-lap fresher tires, and you run him down from 6 seconds back.
Yeah, Doug, I was like having a inner fight with myself, like, should I pit or am I waiting too long? But it looks like if I would have waited a little bit longer, he would have had a real big lead on me. I don't know if I would have been able to pass him.
Well, man, it definitely worked out. There was a lot of different pit strategies playing out tonight. It was definitely an interesting strategy, stretching as far as you did and waiting till pretty much the last possible second to hit that final stop.
Yeah, I was doing some old NR 2003 strategy here, and it worked.
Oh, man, it definitely did work. Congratulations. You're back in the win column. It was definitely earned tonight. Great job, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. Had a good race. It was fun.
It definitely was fun. He's not wrong there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Home Motorsports is back. Always a great time with those guys. Looking forward to seeing how they do, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody.